Warning, the statements made on Drinking with Coast to Coast may be considered offensive to some viewers. Statements such as, but not limited to, Jesus isn't real, the South will not rise again, and Mexico is a third world country. Before becoming offended, please keep in mind that these statements are merely the opinions of three drunken retards and should not be taken seriously. However, if you do discover that you are in fact a vagina and become offended by something Coast to Coast says, for example we just said retards, you're welcome to cry about a blow with an asshole comment. While you're at it, lick my butt.
Today's opening toast goes out to Benjamin Bartholomew for being our virtual episode index, especially the last episode. Yay! Yay! Yeah, if you ever watch this show after Benjamin Bartholomew has gotten his mitts on it, you'll see in the comments that he'll usually timestamp where we might have had a question.
He breaks it down.
Or been talking about a topic, and then he'll put the answer on it. It's like he works for us.
Pretty much, because we're too stupid to know the answers.
Yeah.
So we
hire. I'm not gonna Google it on the spot.
We have an outside source.
Right. Making the episode even better for you.
Yeah. He's our cartographer. He gives a map to
What is
the
that
episode.
from?
Well,
it's from a game or something.
Halo, and then also Buster in Arrested Development was studied cartography.
Neat!
Yeah!
Both great stuff.
So here we are once again, Drinking with Coast to Coast, episode from May 2015. What are you drinking?
I'm back to my High Life. It's cheap. It's good.
Miller High Life. Is this 3 episodes in a row now?
No,
It
he
could
did
very
did
well
he
be.
do the last episode? I
I'm
don't
pretty
remember
sure
last episode
3
at
or
all.
4.
You've been
This is my drink of choice. I don't know.
You've been living the high life.
I tell you, you can go and get a
4-pack.
12. Well, actually, I normally would get like a 12-pack of the bottles. They're $2 cheaper than the 12-pack of the cans.
Yeah.
Or $2.50 cheaper.
Do you know why?
Why is that?
Because the cans are 16 ounces.
Damn. That can't be right.
Yeah,
That's right.
They fooled me.
Yeah.
Of Miller Lite, I think. Does High Life do that?
I
I know Miller Lite has 12-pack, 16-ounce cans for like $9.99.
I don't think High Life does that. I don't know.
Well, then maybe you just,
I
you
feel
know
like
what?
You beat the man.
Benjamin! Okay.
I was on my high horse and now
We'll figure it out.
fell off the horse.
Yeah, it's okay. B, what did you bring with your horse?
Oh, that dirty
Guinness blonde.
The dirty blonde.
Yeah. Yeasty blonde.
Yeasty.
I told my friend Daisy about that. She actually brought some over to my house, and I was like, "Oh, we got a yeasty blonde there. That's what B drank."
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good and fairly reasonably priced. So that's what are you drinking?
Guinness, reasonably priced?
Yeah, Guinness is always reasonably priced.
Okay, well.
Benjamin Bartholomew.
Dollar bills, y'all.
Yeah, I forgot you're rich. You're rich. Yeah, make it rain, please, right here.
Well, I bring credit cards.
It's just skin flakes everywhere. Credit cards.
Cat hair.
Ow! I am drinking, I've had Keystone Light on the show before. It's Keystone Ice. Ice,
Made
baby.
with real ice.
It's stronger. Your ice drinks are generally stronger. And
They're
it's cheap.
ales.
It's cheap.
They're ales.
Cheap is good.
Whatever ails you.
Hey, that's good.
I did that. So, yeah, it's cheap as hell. What, 12-pack, $7.99?
It's Keystone.
We need to start, mixing it up sometime
K-Rock.
soon. Let's get some more interesting ones sometime.
Gate packs.
Well, I usually rely on this guy for that, but
What?
the interesting drinks.
We should head to the Friar Tuck sometime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just all pick up
Yeah.
some odd ones.
Yeah.
Pick up some $10 6-packs.
Fuck,
I
that's
could film
what I
that
was-
sucker.
They're usually
Post it on our Facebook.
Yeah.
Great. Anyway, so
what's up?
Here we are. Well, yeah, what's going on? What's new in your life?
So,
I saved a child today.
Oh, hey, there we go.
Let's hear about this.
I saved a child. I'm pretty special. But what happened was I went out for my cup of coffee and smoke in the morning. 11 o'clock is still the morning, people.
It's pretty true.
And my neighbors on the first floor have a very small child, I guess a year and a half to maybe 2 years old, and they also have an Australian Shepherd, which those two are bonded, and it's adorable to watch them play together. Don't use that word too often, but
Adorable.
yes. So I'm sitting there having my smoke and just about ready to drink my coffee, and I hear the kid laugh, and I'm thinking, oh, the dad's out and they're out playing. Well, I look down off my balcony, and I see the very small child and the dog in the middle of the road and no father.
The dog ate the father.
No, so I was sitting there thinking, okay, maybe he's just like putting something in the trunk of his car, and I live in an apartment complex and roads through it. The speed limit's 10 through there. But I know people drive at least 70. And that little girl, the dog, was taller than her. So I'm like, okay, the dad's not there. What the fuck do I do? So I run downstairs.
Kidnap her.
I run downstairs and I'm standing there. I'm like, do I go pick her up and like take her back to the apartment? And I was like, no, the dog will maul the shit out of me.
True.
It's an Australian Shepherd. It's very, it's having
covered
fun.
in like
Cat hair, yeah. Because I haven't changed, And
Wearing his cat suit.
I'm in my cat PJs. so I'm like, okay, what can I do? So I run over and I'm beating on the door, thinking, okay, I can't leave that kid. She had moved over off the street into another park, but not very safe. And I was just thinking, all right, if he doesn't answer the door, I'm gonna get mauled by this dog because I can't sit and watch a child and a dog get splattered by a fucking someone who lives there that drives 70. I almost used a bad word.
Bastard. He almost said bastard.
Language.
So I'm beating on the door, and he's not coming to the door. I'm like, fuck, this is gonna suck. And I start to walk away, and he opens the door. He's like, hey man, what's up? I'm like, yeah, your daughter and your dog are in the middle of the street. What? So he runs out. He runs out of his apartment through the patio door.
Naked.
Scoops up the child.
So
they go back.
He didn't save anybody.
Well, you know what? If I would have just stood there and been like, "Dad, it'll be fine."
Not my problem.
Yeah, it's not my problem.
So what happened?
So what happened was the dad was using the bathroom. And I think the daughter and the dog worked together to get the patio door open. I mean, seriously, no wider than that.
It's a symbiotic relationship.
Yeah. And so he gets, oh my God, it was so stressful. I did not need my morning coffee. So I went in and I dumped my coffee out and I sat there, adrenaline was pumping, and I cracked a beer. At 11:05, I'm like, I need to calm the fuck down.
Part of me wants to picture that he ran out in his, his underwear. Well, you don't wear underwear.
No.
So,
Yeah.
but grabbed like a lightsaber and just rushed out there.
I'll slay that doggy!
Get back inside, little girl!
No, the dog and the girl have this just like I said, adorable relationship.
Oh, you're gonna make me puke, man.
It's cute.
Puke.
So that's what I did today. I facilitated.
Okay.
And
Be the hero.
I like to kind of think of myself as
Seraph.
I like to think of myself
Seraph as a hero.
as Daredevil.
Daredevil.
I've been watching Daredevil
That's
on
a
Netflix.
very cool show.
God, it's great.
That episode is
I've yet to see it.
Yeah,
I've yet to see
really
it.
violent. It's great. What have you been up to?
I'm sure I'll check it out. Well, sometimes things happen.
Yeah.
You gain weight, and then you have to go to fat camp.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
this is going to be my last episode for a couple months.
Mhm.
What?
We're sad to see you go.
Yeah, this is not really any news to these guys. I'll be going to fat camp, also known as jail. Yeah. Now, I'm not going to get into the details as to why. It's just some county time.
Yeah.
It's 90 days.
Same as cash.
Yeah, it's really it's not a big deal. I've done county time before in the past, and you really can shed some weight there.
Do you want to leave a little insight about some Bible Answered, maybe?
Yeah, if you're a fan of
News break.
Woo! In fact, this was in 2009, rolling into 2010. I was in county jail for 6 months, and I tell you, you get real used to it. But I wrote Bible Answer Season 2 while I was there.
How about that?
We had already done Season 1, and I got a Bible in jail, and
we stayed in pretty good contact too. Sometimes I'd visit and we'd go on the
I
phone, and he did not.
he didn't know.
He was
I got to hear. Well, you were going through your own thing.
Yeah, I was going through a divorce, so.
Yeah, that's true.
I remember you telling me over the phone there, here I am in jail, and I'm like, ha! Peace sucks! And then I got a divorce. But part of season 2 is, if you pay attention to our show, Bible Answers, is that Pastor Green in season 2 is much skinnier than he was in season 1. So we say that
That was not intentional necessarily. It just happened, right?
Well, I knew I would lose weight there.
Okay.
I went in at 260 pounds. I came out at 188.
Yeah, he looked good.
Yeah, I remember we first saw him when he came out.
I don't know about good.
You look great.
I look.
Do you have a picture we can?
I don't know.
Can we?
I don't.
Maybe something.
I don't have it.
Imagine a much thinner, better looking Nick.
Just go look at season 2 Bible Answers.
Oh yeah.
His welcome home party though was really
whoa.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, I didn't like the way I looked until I gained about 10 pounds afterwards, because I was very gaunt, and But I'd rather have to gain 10 pounds than lose 10 pounds. And but yeah, if you, in fact, Bible Answers season 2, when there's some videos that like John and Pastor were doing where they did real bad acting. And it's like, hey, Pastor, what brings me here? Those were filmed literally within days of me coming home. We just filmed all those.
Yeah, we filmed all of the Touching Children segments together, most of them.
No, not Touching Children.
No.
That's season 3.
Yeah.
Oh,
season 2.
I don't know why I'm thinking.
You're thinking dumb stuff.
You did the Jesus bowls and the...
Oh,
yeah. Remember season 2, we had the really bad flickery green screen.
That's right.
And especially those videos where it cut to John and Pastor Green. That was within days of me coming home from jail. Now that's the same Pastor Green outfit, so I had a hard time holding the pants on, and I could button the shirt all the way up, and my neck had room to swim. And then by the time we did do season 3, same shirt. I gotta have it unbuttoned using a tie to kind of hold it together.
Tell you were ready to go then in season 2. You were like,
all right, woo! I was excited.
Wrote this whole thing. Let's do it now.
I came home with a packet ready to make the show. Now this does not mean that I'm going to be in there writing season 4. But basically, well,
you know what? Who knows, right?
I might get bored. You got a lot of creative freedoms there.
Send your love in the comments below. Bring your friends to the channel.
We're not doing it season 4.
Darren spinoff. No.
Basically, so just a real brief as to what this is even all about. Basically, someone told a lie about something that can't be proven or disproven, and it's a risky battle. I've got evidence that the person has told 2 different stories, which makes me about 90% sure I can win this court case. But if I don't win, I could possibly do 4 years
in prison,
and which would end up probably being 2 years. But I have a 1-year-old daughter, and that's a lot of time to take away from her. And some people say prison's better than county. I don't know.
No, it's not. It's really
but
not.
Anybody I've actually been in county with, they're like, man, I'd rather be in prison. You get your own TV in your cell.
Yeah. My dad's a correctional officer, and it's not.
Well, we're not talking about rape you in the ass federal.
No, my dad he works at a state prison.
Well, still.
Well, either way, don't worry about me. It's with this guaranteed deal, I get a slap on the wrist and the 90 days in county. It's not a big deal.
We got this covered.
Yeah. So I will be back for August's episode, but they're gonna do June and July.
Yeah.
And I'll be back early August, so we'll film
everything.
In August.
Everything.
Yeah. Get ready for a much better show.
This is gonna be good.
Fuck you guys.
It's just gonna be me and him.
All right. So now, so speaking of this, B, how jealous are you that I am going back to the place that made me so thin before?
You know what we're gonna do? Jesse and I are gonna do. We're gonna listen to me, Tubby. We're gonna lose weight. We're gonna be skinnier than he is when he gets out. We're gonna be better looking.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's do this.
And don't just get your brother.
Slap B. Also.
Just stand and we're gonna lose weight too, and we're gonna be thinner than you are when you get out. So
that's the goal.
Maybe more people will watch because
if we look all skinny, handsome,
and fucking sexy.
Guys, there's a limit to skinny and handsome. I mean,
no, there's not.
I am telling you, I did not like the way I looked when I came on.
You look good. We could look like we're 18 and in high school.
I looked like anybody could kick my ass.
Yeah, but you look good.
That's not a good look for me.
Yeah, he got really uncomfortable because he was like, he looks damn good.
Yeah, I got jealous.
B started salivating.
He was like,
oh, I remember. I was on the phone with you in jail.
Girl.
I love that we can tell these stories.
Joey.
Damn, God. What you doing? No, I was on the phone with you in jail, and you had told B, because you'd visited me, you'd seen how much smaller I was getting, and you told B about it, and B was like, oh, man, now I'm going to be the ugly one. And here I am on the phone with you in jail, and I'm like, oh, B, don't be ridiculous. You've always been the ugly one.
It's true.
Love our B.
I'm the ugly one.
So I'm the outlaw in this group, and
He's a dangerous man.
dangerous.
If you like that sort of thing.
I think he's an Indian outlaw, half Cherokee and Choctaw. Thank you, Tim McGraw.
My lady, she's a Chippewa.
My friends call me Pawpaw.
You know, guys,
And nothing happened to me.
this is great.
Yeah.
Hey, we got 16 seconds left. Cinco de Mayo is coming up. What do we think of Cinco de Mayo?
I'd like to say that I haven't really.
It's my parents' anniversary. I dig it.
It's time for
Show and Tell.
This
Show and Tell.
show and tell toast goes out to a friend of mine who is no longer with us. He passed a couple weeks ago, unfortunately, of a drug overdose. Yeah, so this is to you, John. You were a good guy in college.
on a lighter note.
There is no lighter note than jail and death.
There is a show and tell going on. I want to tell you about a legend.
Okay.
It's woven throughout history. It's like fire and ice and rage.
Batman.
It's ancient and forever. Doctor Who.
What's his name?
Well, his name we don't know, but
Right,
it
we
is
don't know.
the Doctor.
Who?
He is the doctor. Exactly.
The Doctor.
So do you watch the old 60s show, or did you...
I did not.
Is the current stuff a continuation?
No.
When did they restart it?
Well, the current show technically is canon,
Yeah, it follows canon.
but you never have to have watched the original shows.
The old 60s.
I have some facts here, and I should probably wait until I bring up some Doctor Who things.
Yeah, Doctor Who things.
I'm just gonna drink.
And Doctor Who tattoo
Here's
on
the
my
thing.
arm.
So if there are questions, B, you are allowed to say whatever you want. Nick, you can raise your hand.
Because you're not cool.
You will
don't
probably
like
have
the
questions.
doctor.
Whatever. You're
So
just
I'm just gonna
jealous.
bring up all that much all my dividends. Maybe we should just scooch these here.
Yeah.
Oh God! Oh, I don't know if I really want to.
Wipe the table a little.
Here, let me.
Yeah, let's baby wipe it.
Yeah, let's get this.
Baby wipes clean thing.
We just this goes
Don't touch
well
that.
with
I'm gonna look at it.
Don't touch
with
that. Don't touch that.
the last episode.
Yeah.
How long has this show been going on for? And not
50 years.
Not counting the original.
This show has been going on
50 years,
since
50 anniversary special.
the day of the doctor. Great freaking episode.
Okay, so
When did Christopher Eccleston come on?
2005. is
So
when the
10
show
years.
started.
So it's been 10 years.
It just had their anniversary just very recently.
All right, I'm confused.
Okay.
There was a show in the 60s.
Yes.
And it was canceled when?
1963. Oh, I didn't write down when it was canceled, but it was like forever. But
Yeah, it was. Well,
But then what?
It was in the 80s. They had some in the 80s.
It went from 60s, 70s, then to the 80s.
Oh, wow.
Then it went off the air,
Uh-huh.
and they came back in 96 with a movie. They thought maybe it could have launched off again. It did not, which is fine. It ended up staying off for a while, and then 2005 it came back.
with Christopher Eccleston as the Ninth Doctor.
Yes.
Okay, so really, the old show that lasted into the 80s, and the movie,
Which
and then the show that started again in 2005, they're all in the same world?
They are still connected. You don't have to have watched any of the stuff, but if you do see some of that stuff, you will be familiar with a lot of the things.
See, like some shows, like say Knight Rider, has attempted to reboot several times, and none of those reboots go together. There's the original series.
Right.
There's this horrible movie they tried rebooting the series with called Knight Rider 2000 that they did in the early 90s. And then there was Team Knight Rider. Then they did Knight Rider again in 2007. And none they don't go together. So this all goes together.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much all you need to know is that it's a man in a blue box who's a Time Lord.
Yes.
He travels through time and space helping people. Now the box has changed.
It's slightly changed, yes.
Yeah,
this is the blue box. It's called the TARDIS.
Which stands for...
Time and Relative Dimension in Space.
Yay.
Pretty much just takes them,
that is
takes them
from...
anywhere.
Is that from The Family?
Anywhere in time and space. I think it's just a promo photo, actually, but it could have been.
It looked like it was from The Family.
So there have been, now without getting too complicated, there have been 13 Doctors currently. Here's a list of them right now. How well you can see, I don't know.
Or care. Benjamin Bartholomew could just put all the Doctors. But look, now, you say there's been 13 Doctors, but in canon, can't the Doctor only regenerate 12 times?
That's very true.
So what's the deal with that?
That's weird. So how far are you on this show?
I just finished the Angels Take Manhattan.
Okay.
So
all right.
I know
great.
about the Impossible Girl. I've seen Day of the Doctor. I've not seen.
Okay.
Was it Night?
I won't get into it about how he. Yeah, a Time Lord. A Time Lord can only have 12 lives that he can live. It's all the same person. He just changes his physical self and his personality and his likings.
According to this chart, he's doing it like every 5 years. Why wouldn't you at least wait till the body you're in gets old?
That's generally how long an actor tends to usually stay.
I'm just saying story-wise.
But yeah,
if you can only change 12 times, I would be maxing out every life.
Sometimes he comes back old,
and sometimes he can't help the fact that he has to regenerate.
He says it's a lottery.
It's confusing.
Not really.
I'm so confused. Now this one says the complete first series. Do they mean the 60s?
So
no, that is Christopher Eccleston.
Yeah, I only have
complete
what we call
2005 first.
Yeah, what they call the new Who.
So you don't watch old Who?
I did get
just like you don't play old games.
I've started to watch a little bit. This is from the first Doctor. William Hartnell is who it was. So 1963 to 1966 is what I have here, but it doesn't mean that's how long he was. I don't know, but this is just a collection of episodes. He was
no, I thought.
Okay.
Oh, was he?
So that's the first Doctor, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Matter of fact, there's a wasn't that long ago, maybe like last year, they made a documentary drama, whatever, about them creating the show Doctor Who. And they had, you might recognize the actor, what is his name here?
It actually came out just before...
David Bradley. You may know him, he's an older actor. He's actually on Game of Thrones. So you may notice him, a much older man, but he plays William Hartnell. Does a pretty good job.
Oh shit, yeah, he's the
caretaker in Harry Potter.
Okay, but from Game of Thrones world, I can't think of his name, and I'm really sorry. He's the guy with the castle, with the bridge, and the one who also hosted the wedding, the Red Wedding.
Can we see the damn picture?
It's pretty tiny, but still. So,
yeah, he was in Hot Fuzz as well. He was the guy who couldn't talk that had all the...
oh, yeah. Well, he talked. It's just
yeah, you couldn't understand him.
That guy was funny.
So, Nick, if you want to peruse throughout any of these...
The guy up there at the top.
You are more than welcome to do that.
If I want to poof on you?
No! Peruse. So,
just peruse.
The show, even since its original run and to now, they've had spin-offs as well.
My word.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? For the new Who, there's been one called the Sarah Jane Adventures, which is more of a kid-friendly spin-off. I do not own it.
Go ahead.
But there's also one called Torchwood that is a much darker adult, sometimes gay. Very gay.
Well, Captain Jack Harkness is homosexual.
I do.
Or bisexual, at least.
Yeah, but
so you got those for sure.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say something. It definitely screams homosexual when you watch it, but he's supposed to like.
He's a lover. He's a lover of all.
He does love all.
Yeah.
Aww.
John Barrowman.
Now, there is
Captain
one
Jack
thing
Harkness.
you said about the Sarah Jane Chronicles being more kid friendly.
Or Adventures, yeah.
You know, sorry, I was thinking for someone. I was thinking Sarah Connor.
Oh, yeah.
What's that?
Huh?
How would you even know that this is from Doctor Who?
Because if you watch Doctor Who,
But it's-
you know
it's
Captain
just-
Jack Harkness was in Doctor Who.
There's a group called Torchwood,
which the
and
Doctor-
Captain Jack is a character from Doctor Who.
Torchwood.
And a fun fact is it's an anagram of Doctor Who. If you rearrange the words Torchwood, it will spell Doctor Who.
Shut your face!
Totally. So this is like Block and the Bee, which I need to make it higher.
No, but the interesting thing is, you know, I've watched this show probably on and off. I got really into it a few years back, and then I told Jesse to get into it. You bastard! You have a 10th Doctor Sonic.
Play with it.
What's that supposed to do?
This is a Sonic screwdriver.
It's got a Sonic screwdriver. It usually is an all-purpose tool that the Doctor uses. It does.
I love that.
It does almost anything, except it can't work on wood.
No, it does not work on wood.
It's really good for doors, though, for locking and unlocking things. Scanning anything in the area. Like right now, I could tell if he farted.
He hasn't farted.
He hasn't farted?
Yeah.
That's how
Guess
it
that thing
tells.
don't
He just
work.
like, setting 50... Oh, this is a pen or something.
Oh, it's the invisible ink thing.
Yeah, it's
it's
like-
really cool.
He'd be like, oh, that's on setting 53. Yeah, okay, looks like aliens are over here.
Mm-hmm.
How
It
can
does
you tell?
everything.
Who knows?
It's a multi-tool.
Wow.
But okay, so what I was saying is, I found that when I tell, and he has a 10th Doctor Sonic screwdriver. You son of a bitch.
I thought you said the other one was a 10th.
Oh, 11th. Sorry.
11th. You can play with it.
Okay.
It only does that just the bottom, but...
Knight Rider had a car that could talk.
I should do it like he does it. So
drive itself.
He'll pop that up, and then he'll scan everything, and then put it in his...
The interesting thing is that I tell people, oh my god,
Bee's dick just did the same thing.
that I watch Doctor Who, and I've told some of my friends about it. Some of my friends from high school, and they're like, Doctor Who, my kid watches that show. And I say, why the fuck is your kid watching Doctor Who? To me, it can be lighthearted and funny, but it does cover some pretty dark territory. So I don't know. I just find it very
when it was first out,
strange.
the thing is they say that it would scare the kids would hide behind the couches.
Oh,
it's
the-
not like it's a terrifying show necessarily, but it was creepy for kids. But it's fun for adults, I'd say.
Yeah, and I know several people who, like Scott Mosier, for instance, who's on Smodcast. He has admitted several times the original Doctor Who theme.
Popular villains
Scared
from
the
the show.
fuck out-
If you want to take a look at
you know
some
what?
of these.
Those are some monsters.
You know what? Everybody loves the Angels.
You
And
think
I love the
monsters?
Angels too, but my favorite were, I can't think of their name, the Clockwork guys.
Yeah.
Oh, they were so fucking great. And then you got the Cybermen.
You need to get into Capaldi. Because
That looks like Ultraman.
Because
That's
it could be a callback to that.
Cybermen. That's
Ultraman.
a Dalek. That's the
Funny, the
Cylons.
Cybermen now tend to look more like Iron Man now.
That's an Ood. I don't know if you can count the Ood as
Yeah,
villain.
I thought about that too. And
I mean, when
printed
they
this
go
off.
crazy, you can count them.
The
as
Oods
villain.
are generally good.
They're nice.
So since we're running a little low, I want to get right into a couple of collectors things.
You're fine.
So this is the 50th anniversary collector's edition. So there was the 50th anniversary movie. This, when I got it, I was under the impression that it was a limited run of 10,000, which seems a little low if you ask me for a worldwide show now. Because I think they extended, if you ask me, because you can still go out and get it. This comes with a hell of a lot of stuff. I'm not going to get too far into what's in
It
it.
comes with a TARDIS.
I'm just showing like some collector's stuff. So, for instance, here's Paul McGann. He originally was in the Doctor Who movie from the old series, and he does a little special mini episode that's supposed to take place before their anniversary episode. So, and this is a mysterious figure who is apparently also the Doctor, but we won't get into that.
Yeah.
That's hush-hush stuff.
And
Right?
these are just
No, you don't wanna ruin it.
jam-packed with bonus things. Things that aren't on other DVDs and stuff. So here's one, of course, of David Tennant, who we celebrated
Yay.
last episode. And Matt Smith, another wonderful doctor.
They're all British.
All British.
Yes, it is.
Or
British.
Scottish.
Yeah, it is a BBC show.
Ooh,
so.
Scottish! Scottish!
David Tennant
Speaking
is
of which,
Scottish.
David Tennant is Scottish.
Huh, where's his kilt?
He's the doctor now?
Actually, the current doctor is Scottish too. And I know you haven't watched it, but
No.
he knows he's Scottish this time.
Oh, okay.
So he is Scottish.
Okay.
Not
See,
British.
I just, I know
You
I
hate
do.
Scottish people?
No, I do this. I do this with every since Eccleston came on. I do this with every doctor. It's like
It's scary to move on.
and then you see
Oh,
David
yeah.
Tennant, and it's like, oh, okay. And then like I was adamantly against Matt Smith for years. I wouldn't watch the new series, and then I watched first episode. I'm
You
like, I love
immediately
it.
fell in love
Wait,
with it.
you've been watching the show for a long time?
Since probably 2006,
Matt
2007.
Smith.
And
That's
Jesse,
a cool one.
Jesse
I like
just,
that.
I don't have a good stand. He doesn't stand very
Yeah,
well.
you just like instantly became a fanboy.
Well, what?
Well, here's
what,
the thing.
Yeah.
To quickly go about it is that I've had people tell me about it forever. B told me to watch it, and once I really started to watch, I watched the first episode from New Who, and I watched the first episode. It was a bit weird. It's a weird episode.
Right. Yeah, it's very strange.
I stopped watching it right after that. But then I came back like a month later and was like, I'm gonna push through it. You push through that first season, you get hooked, and you're just. I blew past everybody that told me to watch the show.
Have you seen any of the
Yeah.
old show?
A little bit of, yeah.
It's probably boring.
There's a lot of the original series is missing. Actually.
What?
Well, not a lot. When I say that, I mean a lot of, like maybe the first or second Doctors, maybe the first. The BBC wasn't very good with their archives and stuff like that, so they've lost a lot of episodes.
Oh, that's
it wasn't
lame.
like 5 years back or something like that. They found some more.
Mm.
Wow.
It's weird.
Way to go, guys.
So I'd like to get into some. These are collectors' things as well. So I go to Big Chief Studios sometimes to get things from them. They're very cool stuff. This is the 10th Doctor. The 10th Doctor Dynamics Exclusive Edition. This is the more expensive of several other versions, or let's say another version. I should
He's
say.
actually holding his cock in his pants.
Yeah, you don't know that, but yeah, he totally is. I spent £59.99, which actually makes it about $90 or something like that, which is a lot of money because you're ordering it from overseas.
So
and
you paid $90 for a toy?
worth
It's not
it.
a toy, it's collectible.
Worth
It's-
it. This is the 11th Doctor Series 5 limited edition. There are 3 different versions you can get. You can still buy both of these right now on bigchiefstudios.co.uk. I'm not getting paid for promoting them, but that's okay. You can kill him. He'll just regenerate into Matt Smith. And if you kill him, apparently he's going to come back even more.
Kids, don't pay a lot of money for toys. These are action figures.
Actually, good news for anybody who wants to own these right now. You can get him for a couple different versions, and most of them have switchable heads. Like I could just de-head.
Oh my
David Smith if
God!
I really wanted to.
Oh.
Or not David Smith. I just mixed them up.
That's all right.
That's hot.
Are you supposed to do that with them?
Yeah, maybe.
You can swap their heads out.
You can do that with Barbies too, but you weren't supposed to.
Well, like this one in particular, you would understand that he had. For this one comes the alternate head for this one has 3D glasses.
Yep. Alan Z.
Alan Z. Oh yeah.
I have that exact shirt.
Wow.
Keep calling it Alan Z, which means like keep
Let's
going.
go.
Yeah, let's keep going, something like that. Yeah.
It's French.
Which is very perfect for that kind of a saying.
Yeah.
And you can get alternate ones for this guy or from different series.
So
where he
do you
wears
guys have
the vest and
girlfriends?
stuff like that?
Fuck off. No.
It doesn't matter. That doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't
Doesn't
matter.
matter at all. But right, the good thing, if any of you guys want to own these figures, you can actually go to that Big Chief Studios, and you can get them. They have marked down the prices for these two. This is the exclusive edition from their site. There's an exclusive edition of him if you want. These are just when I think of these two actors. These are the versions I think of.
Right.
So that's why I got them.
Oh, tight.
Nice.
They come with different color swaps and outfit things, but they are now cheaper. They're for £39.99, and that's about $60 over here.
Well, I know what I'm doing when I go home.
Yep.
Masturbating.
To these.
So yeah, Doctor Who, I love it. Any other questions, Nick? Anything real quick? Nothing?
No, I love it too.
It's
great.
great.
I really wish Nick would get into it so we could all geek out
so
over it.
You know, I just...
But Zach 2's girlfriend's into it, and it's so much fun to geek out with her because she
really is.
It just seems like
she should place Nick when he's gone.
It seems like such a hipster thing to get into. Like everybody likes it. So
no, you're misusing the word hipster.
You would be surprised, actually. People,
a hipster would be like me because I was into it before Jesse. I'd be like, yeah, well, I watched it in 2005 when it came out. That's hipster.
And then I was like, Hoovian boner, I'm going right past you, baby.
Yeah, and he has surpassed me. I haven't.
All right. Well, I always appreciate watching someone nerd out, especially if it is something nerdy. You know, I can appreciate someone geeking out about baseball cards, but baseball's not that nerdy, so I'm like, yeah, that sucks.
I'm currently introducing a friend to the show right now too, and it's fantastic to rewatch.
But if you're into this nerdy thing or be with this anime, you know, I appreciate it.
One of the
good stuff.
One of the few shows I've cried at.
Yeah, I've cried a couple times too.
Oh, Christ. Anyway, it's time for...
Current events with me. Current events, yeah. Current events with me. Current events.
Okay.
All right, assholes. Whenever you're done. What the hell is happening?
Buddha! Fuck you!
You just drank a shot now. All right. Well, let's just start this. Okay.
African tribute.
What the hell?
It was great.
Current events will be time.
Alright, all you fucking deviants.
And we have Oreo cookies.
Oh my god.
That we've been eating. Because there was like a 30-minute conversation that these two had that I was not involved in. Okay,
it was about how much we love Doctor Who.
No, it wasn't, because I would have been involved in it.
I'm trying to get the cookies accessible.
It's very good. There's not too many left.
No. Yeah, because he would eat them all.
That is my weakness. I will make myself sick eating Oreos.
Actually, I put them here just to see how many Jesse will eat.
We dipped them in beer, which you didn't see. It's really good.
Yeah, we're dunking it in this thing. It fizzes up and everything.
What's your current event be?
Well, I just want you to know that when you learn of the death of someone you love, that a designer dildo can contain your loved one's cremated ashes. Now, I don't know. Wow. I don't know if you guys have heard about people taking cremated ashes and then having them
turn into hamburgers.
No, they make them into diamonds through
I think I have heard about this.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, so you can always have your loved one on your finger. This is better because you can have them in your vagina or in your butthole, however you want. It's a sex toy that someone maybe
I have my loved one in my butthole right now.
Will be dying to use.
Tell us, Nick.
Dutch designer Mark Sturkenboom has just created a sex toy that includes a mini urn to hold the cremated remains of that special someone. Yes.
So he designs dildos, and his name is Strikenboom.
Sturkenboom.
Strikerboom.
Sturkenboom.
I will stroke your bum.
The erotically shaped urn is part of 21 Grams, a memory box designed by Sturkenboom to help grieving people feel the presence of their loved ones.
Still married. It doesn't matter that they're dead.
Can anyone tell me at this table why it's called 21 Grams?
That's a movie title.
It is a movie title.
21 Jump Street!
Okay, either you do. The title refers to the purported weight of the human soul. 21 grams.
Ow. I didn't know that was measurable.
Hold on.
Here we go.
Hold on. Wait. Based on a now discredited study by Dr. Douglas McDougall, an early an early 20th century physician who weighed patients before and after death to see if there was a change in weight, according to Snopes.com.
Wow.
Besides the death-oriented dildo, Sturkenboom's memory boxes come with a perfume diffuser that can hold the departed's signature scent, an iPod amplifier so the bereaved can play songs that remind them of the deceased. DZen.com reports. The box can also hold other keepsakes related to the dead loved one, and comes with a brass key that can be worn as a pendant, Yahoo News reports. Before I answer your question, This story comes from HuffPost.com and has just cited like 4 different fucking sites for their information. What the fuck? Yes.
All right, I'm ready. Here we go. It's just like you.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, it smells just like you did.
Oh, wow.
Sturkenboom said an
Jurgen.
an elderly neighbor inspired him to create the memory box.
I wish I
Surprisingly,
could
it's not a
still
vagina.
have sex with
I
her
was
when
gonna
she's
say.
dead.
If it was a memory box, it would
Yeah.
have to be the...
I
In a
sometimes
box.
help an elderly lady with her groceries, and she has an urn standing near the window with the remains of her husband.
And
He
she
said-
wishes to stick it in her vagina.
No, according to the Metro. She always speaks with so much love about him, but the jar he was in did not reflect that at all. In that same period, I read an article about widows, taboos, and sex, and intimacy, and then I thought to myself, can I combine these themes and make an object that is about love and missing intimacy? Sturkenboom hasn't officially marketed the boxes yet. He told the Huffington Post that the price is yet to be determined. He also hopes that people focus on the reasoning behind the concept and not the sex aspect. So let me just read that paragraph again before I...
He's having a very hard time.
He also hopes that people focus on the reasoning behind the concept and not the sex aspect. Yes.
Oh my god, I just came up with this great idea that someone's going to steal from me now and make a bunch of money on. Make a statue that's this tall of that person. Fill it with their ashes. So you'd be like, they'd be like posed in all this great, or on a horse.
Well,
With their hat off and their hair going wild. And it's filled with their ashes.
Jesse, that would require a lot of money to have
Exactly.
individual statues.
How cool is that? How expensive that would be? How much money you'd make?
I personally would like to be poured into a dildo. Why do you have to get a special one? You just open them up in the battery compartment, put
Would
the
you
ashes.
not? Would you want to be in a dildo? Would you rather be in
A veiny-
to be in like a vase of you riding a horse, like with a sword in your hand,
And then the
filled
horse
with your
cock.
ashes. Yeah, the horse cock is also extremely erect, but you're yeah you're on this horse. It's a statue of you looking awesome,
yeah.
filled with your ashes.
All right.
Ah.
There's enough ashes to go around, and the dildo.
Ah.
And the dildo.
And
So,
That was the story.
what do you think, babe? Would you like that idea? Would you be?
I'm
down
sorry,
for
is
that?
this creative events with Jesse?
I plan on being cremated. I don't...
I'm cool with that too.
I would rather
Me too.
than just
We're taking up too much land burying
taking
people.
up... I would rather than just take my ashes somewhere
Yeah.
and dump them.
Like maybe like in your cat's litter box?
No, that's not very nice for me or for the cats, even though I'm dead and I won't care.
They will be pooping on you.
Would you like to be eaten?
No, I just actually there was a guy, I can't think of his name right now, but one of the founders of disc golf, what he had done, he was cremated, and then they took his ashes and put it in ink and then made a limited run of discs. And then
Damn.
printed the discs with. It seems like it was maybe 1,000, but I mean, so each bit had, just a little bit.
How
of
many of those got lost?
Probably. Well, many people.
I don't think
probably-
he would use
Many
those.
people probably kept it, but his
Okay.
his final wish was that he could always be, he could always be thrown. He could always be flying, which I thought was kind of cool.
Okay.
I
can
cannot
imagine.
fucking think of his name.
Not
It's
too
been
different
so
from
long.
the idea of always being looking awesome on your horse with
Uh,
an erect penis
Little
and your
different.
sword
little different.
pointing at your enemy,
This is what Jesse wants.
filled with ashes
So,
of your sword.
I'll just be blasted into space. Wouldn't that be cool?
You could do that.
Yeah.
Hunter Thompson wasn't blasted into space, but he was shot out of a gigantic Gonzo fist. But if you watch the documentary Gonzo, you'll see him.
Gonzo was that weird blue one.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah. So what? Yeah.
But if you watch
He
the
loved
documentary
chickens.
back
He
in the
was really-
70s,
he
he
was
already
into
had that
He
idea
fucked
before.
chickens or something.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Well, we still got 7 minutes time, so so about that Cinco de Mayo.
Am I right?
Huh? Huh? How long did it take before you realized what it actually meant?
The 5th of May.
Yeah, that it just means the 5th of May.
8th grade.
I still run into adults now that don't know that it means the 5th of May.
So the celebration is what exactly?
Mexican independence.
Okay.
It means shit here. Jack,
What?
shit. Except
Well,
to just
Another
drink.
reason to drink.
Yeah.
Like every other fucking holiday.
St. Patty's Day.
Sure, pretty much.
Yeah. I've never really cared to celebrate it. I mean, it's...
Holidays, for me in general, I don't care about.
I mean, should we care? Sometimes when I see people online that are really going like, woo, Cinco de Mayo, woo, woo, it's like, you're just getting drunk.
I personally think holidays are generated for the economy. Like, I feel like that's what holidays are for. I feel like that's why they keep creating them. They keep making.
Well, yeah. What is that?
All these holidays.
Their sweetest day, isn't that like the same as Valentine's Day?
I have no
I
idea.
know.
Isn't that? It's like a. It's
probably
like
a day off.
It's
or
a
something.
day about.
Benjamin Bartholomew.
No, I mean, the only reason I dig it is because it's my... Now, they didn't get married on the 5th of May because of Cinco de Mayo. They just got married.
On the 5th of May. Oh, it's everywhere.
So, if they wouldn't have gotten married, then I wouldn't have been born. So, you know, I dig Cinco de Mayo.
And then Zach or Michael would be here.
Whatever. They wouldn't have been born either.
Yeah, everything would have been changed.
It's true.
Marty! The future! You know what I think is more important than May the 5th?
Tits?
May the 4th.
Yeah.
May the 4th be with you.
May the Force be with you.
The
I was going to say, you messed that one
Yeah, I
up.
messed that one up, yeah.
That's Spaceballs. We've talked about that show.
Yeah,
Or movie on this show.
I know we talked about the Star Wars trailer last time too. There's probably not a whole lot to cover on that, but
Not really. It's coming out.
it's very, very, very excited for it.
I watched a documentary called The People versus George Lucas. It came out
Heard about
before
This is a
there
while
was the
back.
Disney thing in like
Yeah.
episode 7.
Sure.
It is interesting how I'm not majorly geeky about Star Wars. I think they're great.
Mhm.
I didn't, but I guess like the major fans like hate episodes 1 through 3.
I hate
Well-
episode 1.
I hate-
Episode 2 can pretty much not be watched and you'll be fine. Episode 3 was okay. But as far as like those people on the people with George versus George Lucas, they're like, you're raping my childhood. They can all go get fucked.
You know what?
Get a life.
Your childhood's still there.
Yeah, it's still there. It's still intact. It's still in your memory.
Everything
It's not
that
like
you experienced as a child is there.
Right.
They just created more to it
for
It's just
other
maybe-
children.
that may not be as good as what you grew up with.
I think
It's not like George Lucas went Matrix into your mind and is bending your
No.
6-year-old self over and sticking it in your ass.
There are some things.
hot.
There are
Hot.
some things
That's
I'll agree
hot.
with.
That's hot.
It's, God damn. I thought Jar Jar Binks sucked.
Oh, he was terrible. But
Yeah.
But as an adult, we're like, oh, he's terrible. If we would have been,
But
If we were kids,
Yeah,
kids
that would've been
love
awesome.
Jar Jar Binks.
I know they do because they're stupid.
Exactly.
The reason why I thought Jar Jar Binks sucked was because he was very bad CGI. He was so obviously not really there with those people that it ruined Star Wars. Because back in the 70s and 80s, they did such a good job of making the puppets mix with the people.
Right.
But now they can't make CGI mix with people.
You know what's really cool is the way that J.J. Abrams is doing it now. He is all about practical effects. I mean, if
Oh,
you
that's
haven't
good,
seen any of some of the stuff right now, he's got people in costume. Like, he's got, like, practical effect, a monster, like, all hunched over, carrying a big old pack. It's a guy with a weird head. He's a guy inside something.
that's fine. Just
Walking
like,
around inside
Well, that's got to
Marketplace.
drive George Lucas crazy.
I
He's
love-
like, I could put an explosion ring around that.
I like
there's-
Frank Oz doing Yoda instead of the CGI Yoda in the first 3 movies. I just thought,
Can I point out...
CGI doesn't look real.
I remember watching episode 2 in the theaters, and I remember 2 things. There was... One of the best things I thought about episode 2 was Jango Fett. Because I was and I don't know why it is, but Boba Fett is cool.
Mhm.
We don't get much from him from the original movies, but Boba Fett is just like he's a cool looking guy. But let me finish. The Jango Fett looked awesome, and you got to see. Oh, and he becomes. Oh, he's his dad. He's also the clone of Boba Fett.
Yeah, that stuff was cool. I was just gonna say about Boba Fett. You know, in the original trilogy, they never say his name. So but in the credits it says Boba Fett.
Oh yeah.
Where did they get that name from? Yeah, but
wait, didn't
they never
did Han Solo say?
Oh, he did. Well, yeah. Okay, in the movie that Boba Fett's in, they never call him Boba Fett. The only time you hear it is that Han's like Boba Fett. Yeah, because Chewie's saying something. I think. Don't castrate me if I'm wrong. But yeah, but they never say that guy is Boba Fett.
Okay. Yeah.
That's kind of cool. And Han shot first.
Yeah, he did. I saw a really great meme the other day. That was a scene from Star Wars: A New Hope, and it was when Obi-Wan gives Luke his dad's lightsaber, and it says, "Handed the most powerful weapon in the universe." And then the very next scene is him holding the lightsaber like this, immediately points it at face. And I was like, oh, that did happen.
Like, get back to episode 2, is my least favorite thing about that is Yoda. The way he fought.
Twirled and...
I immediately remember, it's very distinctly in my brain, laughing. Just watching him... flipping around like a frog.
He can't be taken seriously. He was seriously as like a voice of guidance that just sat there, but you know, fighting.
When he takes a flashlight from Luke, no, mine.
I didn't realize how many times he had altered it. When I was watching that, one scene I hate is where they have. I think it's great that they did film it back then and they never could make it work. But where Han's talking to Jabba in the first movie, I didn't realize that they showed a side by side. This is what Jabba looked like in '97. This is what Jabba looked like in 2001. Like, fuck, how many times are they gonna redo it? Right. And yeah, the '97 one looked fucking awful. But so did but the 2001 one looked like he wasn't even there.
You know what? There's something about keeping it original. You know, keeping it intact. It's a shame that he changed so much from when it first came out.
Well, the
guy in a barbarian outfit.
It was just released for the first time, you know, on Xbox
Live
in digital, and I was gonna buy it. I was gonna plunk down my fucking $90.
You're gonna get the 2004 version.
Exactly, and I don't want that. I want the original fucking version with no extra Jabba, with no extra shit. I just want to watch the movies I watched when I was a kid.
The alarm was about to go off, which reminds me.
Titties!
Not titties. Oh. You have...
Vagina!
He doesn't have a... I mean, do you?
Big old swinging coming cocks.
Star Wars!
Oh, okay, sorry.
I had the THX, the last VHS box set.
Definitive.
Before they fucked with the movies. And I got rid of all my VHS tapes and gave them to you and your brother. But you said you kept the Star Wars one.
I did. My brother doesn't give a shit.
And you probably have not really watched it.
Oh no, I don't have a VHS plugged in anyway.
Okay, here's what you're gonna do. Here's what you're gonna do. When I'm back from Fat Camp, I want you to bring those back here.
And show?
No. We're going to digitally load them onto my computer and preserve those versions of the movie. The only better versions that I know exist was I think it's 1993. Could be wrong. 1993 Laserdisc versions.
Oh fuck! I need to get a Laserdisc player.
But here's how you can get them. They did bring those out to DVD in 2008. They did do a run where you get to watch the shitty George Lucas version or this, you know, but it's just a copy of the Laserdisc versions. But anyway, yeah, bring those VHS tapes over. Because I even hardly watched them, so they're really not worn down, and we're gonna make digital files of them.
That's the plan, man.
Welcome to Drinking with Homeless People.
Goodbye. Goodbye, these guys are dicks.
Fuck off!